I've seen in the past that you've built your own guitars. That's something I'm really interested in. Where should I start with building my own guitar?
Okay, so it is true that I previously to prior to having this guitar, I did build my own guitars that I played for about 10 years or pretty close to 10 years. And the reason is because I wanted to have certain specs, certain neck sizes. I actually like a neck that's flat on the back. If you can see this neck is actually flat on three sides. So this is flat, and this is flat. It's not round, which seems counterintuitive. It seems like it would be uncomfortable, but it actually allows you to stretch your fingers and move your hand around a lot easier. So anyway, I got into ergonomic guitars, and that's where I discovered the whole flat neck thing. And the guitars that I would build, I like stainless frets. This guitar also, I don't know if you can tell this, but the frets start slanting a little bit this way. It's a little has a little bit of a fan to it. And anyway, we can talk about ergonomics and all that stuff later. But the point is, where do you get started with building your own guitars? Well, I would say, first of all, it depends on why do you want to build your own guitars? Do you want to build them to play or do you want to build them to sell? If you want to build them to sell, then basically go out there to your guitar store, maybe talk to your local guitar person or go online and just see what kind of guitars people are wanting to buy. I don't think that's what this question is asking. I think it's more about building your own guitar to be able to play it. So as far as that goes, you have to consider what type of music do you like? Why do you want to build your own guitar? If it's to play it, consider what type of music do you want to play? Do you want to play something like really fast shred metal type playing? Or do you want to play something that's like bluegrass or country, where people play finger picking and things like that? The reason you want to know that is because different guitar specs, different sizes of the necks and frets and fretboard material and all that kind of stuff lends itself to a particular type of playing. For example, we've all seen those huge jazz guitars, right? Where somebody has to reach around it like this and it's like a big box. They call it a jazz box actually. That lends itself to playing jazz. And then something like this, for example, which I don't play, fast, shreddy type stuff, but a lot of people use these types of guitars for things like that. And that's because the neck is faster, as they say. This particular one is flat on the back. The fretboard is very flat. It's not really round like old Fender guitars, Telecasters, Stratocasters, etc. So step number one would be decide what you want to do with your custom guitar. Do you want to play blues? Do you want to play jazz? Do you want to play, whatever? Decide what that is. And then when you decide what that is, if you don't already have an idea of this, start studying the types of guitars that people use in those genres. Like, for example, a Stratocaster is probably one of the, biggest all-time blues guitars, right? Most Stratocasters have similar specs. Like the modern Fender Stratocasters that you can buy, I believe they're like 9.5 inch fretboard radius. The neck is usually pretty thin, has 22 frets, things like that. You start to study and see the commonalities of the types of guitars that you like based on the genre that you like. What are the common specs? That gives you a kind of a blueprint or a starting point or platform to build your own stuff. And personally, when it comes to building guitars, there's a lot of sites that you can go look at to get custom necks or custom bodies or custom, pieces that you want to put together your own guitar. The very first time you do it, I would recommend putting together what's called, like most people call it, a parts caster, or a guitar that's made of parts that are already made. Like you can get a body that's already made, a neck that's already made, etc., and you assemble it essentially. You choose your pickups and everything like that. But it's a lot. You essentially just finish it, meaning like you paint it or stain it or whatever it is, and you put it together. You don't have to actually make it. And the last thing I would say is, honestly, most of the guitar bodies and necks and things like that I've bought have come from a company called Warmoth. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but warmoth.com. I think they're up in Seattle. City that starts with a P. I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, I always buy my stuff from them. I really like them. I'm not affiliated with Warmoth in any way. So anybody from Warmoth, if you're listening, I love you guys. I love your stuff. In fact, I'm probably going to order another neck pretty soon. I was thinking about it earlier today.
Nice.
Um, yeah, but anyway, that's probably what I would do. So you can go to warmoth.com and they have like a process they can walk you through online to help you build your guitar. And there's so many options. They have a lot of helpful information about the different types of woods, the different neck sizes, all kind of stuff that will point you in the right direction. And basically, you'll be able to virtually online build your guitar, and you can see how much it costs and all that. But that's what I would do, and that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video. That was just a short clip of one of our longer Q&A videos. If you're interested in watching some more of those videos, then I recommend you hit the subscribe button over here. It's really awesome. Also, we got more videos over here, so check some out if you're interested in learning more about breakthrough guitar or advancing your guitar skills. Peace.